Welcome back, everybody, to yet another live session. I'm gonna start by giving you guys a medical update. I spent 4 hours today in the IMSS, which is the Mexican Public Institution of Healthcare. Um, the biggest difference, I would say, and something I'm just really finding out right now between Europe and Mexico, is just that here you don't really have access to doctors. Like today, I was trying so hard to see a doctor, and it took me 4 hours, and I got lucky basically. Like, which is not like that would never happen in Belgium. And so right now, to make a long story short, I'm trying to figure out, because I do have a private insurance through my corporate job here in Mexico, but I don't think they cover pre-existing conditions. And you know how insurances are. Insurances are not in the business of helping people; they're in the business of finding ways and reasons not to help people. um, so that's basically where I'm at right now. Figure out if I can find a way to get the procedure that I need done in Mexico, or fly to Belgium and then get it done there. But that would obviously be a big hassle and like a lot more um, work. Um, and especially given the fact that I've just met a new love interest and all those things, I'm not really, I'm not dying to go back to Belgium. But if I have to, I will. Um, but yeah, in Mexico, it's so hard to get an appointment and to actually like schedule surgeries and stuff. Like it's really something that I think people in the first world like me take for granted. That being said, I'm here. Ask me anything. You guys can. This is your chance to basically direct the video, direct the content. Hit the thumb. Start with that. Would be dope if you guys can do that. And yeah, let's have some fun and let's make a good video. Let's make a good live that people are gonna watch back and enjoy. Like for all the people that are in this live right now, like we are collaborating. This is a collaborative effort. Um, Update on the misses. Update on the on like I said, the new love interest. It is going really good. It is nothing but amazing. Obviously, she's aware of the situation, and she's actually kind of in not pushing, but she's like she would rather that I go to Belgium and get it fixed. And she's like, don't worry, you're not gonna lose me, or not, you're not gonna lose this. Um, if you decide, to leave Mexico for a few months. So she's a proper ride or die. I do not understand, or I don't know how I got so lucky, but count your blessings and accept them. I think that is a trap many of us fall in. Like we have such a deep-rooted insecurity and sometimes even self-hate that when something amazing crosses our path, we are like, this can't be right because I don't deserve that. And I urge all of you, and I urge myself, to be kind to yourself and to understand that you do deserve that. What's up, Phoenix? It's been a minute since I've seen you. I remember you. But yeah, so I urge everybody, like, when a good thing crosses your path, don't fuck it up. View the self hate, view the insecurity. Accept that love. Believe it. What is your job in Mexico? I work for a software testing company that is full time employed by Google. So I'm a contractor for Google. So I help train the large language models. I help train the AI. Um, they needed somebody who understands the Belgian and Dutch culture, and so I get to like correct the AI. My job is really interesting in the sense that the better of the job I do, the faster the job will cease to exist. Like AI, at this point, it still needs people to kind of nudge it in the right direction, but the better it gets, the less it needs, human input. And so by design, my job is going to be extinct in 5 years' time. So it's kind of interesting to think of it like that. I just trained some arms and some back. Got a really good session in. Natural bodybuilders peak in their mid 30s, guys. If you're watching this, if you're into the gym, understand that if you're doing it naturally, it takes a really long time to build muscle. But if you just don't stop, you're gonna peak in your mid 30s. I'll be 37 in like 2 weeks, and I'm looking better than ever. Whereas most of the juice monkeys that I used to train with back in the day that were looking jacked to the gills in their 20s, they're not washed up. You don't want to peak too soon. Life does not end at 30, 40, 50. Take the long route. Stay down until you come up. All right. What's up, Jennifer? What's up, underachiever? Let's get some questions going. Some good questions, guys. I want to don't be asking me about my food today. Yes, stay natty. Give me some don't hold back. You can ask personal stuff. I think the more personal, the more controversial the questions, the better the content. So let's get it. Stop playing. Mm. And of course, do not forget to hit the thumbs up if you appreciate these videos. Jan de Cler was quite fit in his youth. The number one Jan de Cler fan is back. Good to see you, buddy. What's happening? I'm actually nursing an injury. I fucked up my right arm, and I'm just trying to work around it. If you were a vegetarian, what would be your diet? I would eat a ton of Greek yogurt. Like people that talk about not hitting their protein intake, like just get some yogurt, and that's like 11 grams of protein per 100 grams, and then eat a tub of 900 grams. That's 90 grams of protein. So I would just eat that. I would eat. I already eat a ton of eggs. I don't believe that all protein sources are the same. I think it's better. For example, I think you're gonna make more gains if you take in, let's say, 150 grams of protein by eating eggs, steak, yogurt, stuff like that, instead of hitting 200 grams. But the 200 grams of protein comes from whey protein shakes, um, you know, stuff like that. I truly believe you're going to make more gains on the like more pure source. I've actually stopped. I stopped using whey protein. I stopped using protein shakes, and my physique has only gotten better. Um, it wasn't even like a conscious decision. It wasn't like a thing that I was like conscious of, like, oh, I'm gonna stop doing that. Um, I just got really sick of protein shakes. I just hate the whole process at this point, and I've gobbled and guzzled down over 1,000 shakes in my life. I just hate like the texture. I hate having to like mix it in this like shaker, and then you chug it down, and then you kind of have this weird feeling in your stomach, like you're not satisfied, but you're not hungry. You have this weird taste. They never taste good. I don't care what you say. Yeah, I just stopped. There's this bodybuilder that I follow called Overkill on Instagram. He's this Australian bodybuilder. He's natural, and they compare him to Arnold a lot. He's kind of like an Arnold Schwarzenegger lookalike. So on Instagram, he's it's called Overkill, Overkill, and he also talks about he never takes protein shakes. So why is Arnold such a piece of shit? I mean, I don't think he's well. He made it in politics. He made it in movies. He made it in bodybuilding. Like he's conquered like every aspect of life. I think you kind of have to be an asshole to get ahead in life in every single category. Like I think that's kind of like by design. Where are you living now? Mexico City for 2 years already. For 2 years and 5 days on the dot. I'm going bald at 27. Should I embrace it? Bro, just get a hair transplant. Like, just go to Turkey. It's like the safest thing to do. My buddy, you guys remember Alex Alejandro, the Colombian guy that was like in my first videos years ago. When I used to vlog in Barcelona, he was in a lot of them. When I went to the Dominican Republic, he was in a lot of them. That guy, a really good looking guy. He went bald, like he didn't go bald, but he had like thin hair, and he went to Turkey for the hair transplant, and he's happy as hell. See, do you like protein powder? I do not like protein powder. No, I stopped using it altogether. I still have like half a tub of protein powder left that I never finished, and I feel better without it. Hey, ever consider moving to some other place in Mexico? I recently moved to Mazatlan. Right now, no. All of the places that I've seen in Mexico, um, like most places I've visited, the only place I could see myself living for a while is Oaxaca City. Any other place I wouldn't even visit again. I'm just not that impressed in general. Like I feel like about a decade and a half ago, the world discovered the power of marketing, and so now everything is just being marketed to death. Yo guys, 22 people, 8 thumbs up. Let's get some more likes. Doesn't cost a thing. Just hit the like. That's it. Support your boy. Doesn't cost you money. Doesn't cost you effort either. um, so what I was saying was, I feel like back in the day, only special things would be like noteworthy. Like you would go to Rome to see the Colosseum because yeah, the Colosseum is like actually worth visiting. You would go to Machu Picchu in Peru because yeah, it's worth visiting. You know what I mean? And then people and countries and local governments became hip to the concept of marketing, and then people just decided to start marketing everything. Like every village in Mexico is a pueblo mágico, which means magical village. It's just there's nothing magical about these places. It's just random villages, nothing happening. It's like Puebla has a magical village called Cholula, I think. I've been there. I mean, and then it's like, yeah, they have like, there's a lot of colors in the streets. They have like bright orange and blue houses. And it's like, I mean, I'm not hating. I'm just saying, like, I feel like every old tree now is a magical tree. Every, you know, every collection of rocks is like ancient ruins from an ancient civilization. Um, Yeah, I feel like the world is heavily overrated. I feel like most places are not worth visiting. They're just traffic and people and buildings. And the same goes for Mexico. Like most stuff in Mexico is not that special. That's my honest opinion. So I wouldn't live anywhere else but Mexico City and Mexico because up north you have cartel country. That's all cartels. It's like actually like legitimately ran out of cartels. Um, And then down south, I don't know, maybe by the beach, but I said Oaxaca City I could do. I really liked it. Good temperature, good food. Then like Merida and Cancun is way too hot, way too humid to actually live. I love Mexico City. It's perfect. It's just perfect for me. It's safe. It has amazing weather. Doesn't get too hot. It has raining season, which I like. And it's international. Yeah. Um, when do you come back to Belgium? I don't know. So, like I said in the beginning of this video, it'll depend. In the next few weeks, I'll decide if I'm going back to Belgium. I've already been in contact with my surgeon in Belgium, but we'll see. Have you ever thought about becoming a nutritionist to help others? I love this question, and the reason why is because so you're asking me, people ask me, have you thought about becoming a nutritionist? Have you thought about becoming a personal trainer because you're really good at fitness and bodybuilding? And yes, I know a lot about it. It's my passion, it's my life. And I'm gonna be super honest, like I always am. I straight up think it's beneath me. I just don't think my purpose in life is to count reps. Like 1, 2, 8, come on, push. I'm doing that for my girl right now. Like I'll do that for people that I love. I'll train them. Like I trained her yesterday and I pushed her to the limit. I'm like, you got more. And then she was like, don't yell at me. I'm like, I'm not yelling. I'm pushing you. You're not giving it all. Like I'll do it for people that I love. I love building people up, but I can't make a career out of it because I think my strength is my emotional intelligence, my empathy, my ability to analyze situations and to draw conclusions from my analysis, and then to then pour those in a mold of philosophy or sociology or psychology. I think that's where my real talent lies. So I just think any type of like fitness trainer and nutritionist stuff, it's just I would just be cutting myself, like that's just beneath my brain capacity. And I think there's a lot of people who can do that who are not that smart. Sounds douchey. I don't want to. I'm just being honest. Like I know a lot of personal trainers. Like they're great people, but I just don't think it's that like you know. That's not how I want to spend my time. That's the God honest truth. Guys, if you like the channel, please hit the thumb up. Also, if you want to support the channel and you have $1 to spare, you can always click on the dollar sign, send over a coffee. It goes a long, long way. I'm an independent creator, and the more support I get on these lives, the more content I'm gonna make. Like yesterday, we had an amazing live. I made like $20 in donations, which is like I love that. I'm super grateful for that. Like that's a lot of money, especially in this current social economic climate. So if you're joining these lives, consider doing so. Um, I really love your videos. Ellie ZNA, I love you. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. What is your view on game as the dating coaches talk about it? Do you have success long term and or term with women? Yeah, so I don't like the concept of game because the idea and the concept of the game implies that you are being not yourself. You're kind of like selling. It's a sales technique. You are finding ways to manipulate the person into liking you, basically. And I just don't think that's a healthy way to go about things. I have had a lot of success with women pre and post cancer. Um, yeah, I think it's because I listen, because I again, I actually I care. I don't treat people like just you know bodies. Uh, yeah, but then again, I've also had mad droughts. I've gone years without sex, guys, like years, and even like recently, like I've just become incredibly picky on who I decide to share my time and body with, and if it doesn't add up, I'm just not doing it. I feel like for men, life gets progressively better as we get older because we are freed from the shackles of our testosterone and our dicks, which is quite horrible in our 20s. Thank you, Roach Clip. I appreciate you. Been to Tikapan? I don't think so. I've read Mexican BNP per citizens are okay. They're not poor. I don't know, man. I think the average Mexican is quite poor. I'm not gonna lie. Mexico City definitely is a hub. It's a little bubble. It's not like a representation of the whole country. Like rent in Mexico City, you're looking at paying $800 for a room, easy, or like $700, $600 at least for a room. If you want a 2 bedroom apartment, you're paying at least $1,100, $1,200, and then you're not gonna have a baller apartment in the best area. Like Mexico City is expensive. Amor Fati, I had that written on my mirror. I love that. That's so cool, man. You should be an actor, man. Why don't you give it a shot? People keep telling me that if I should be an actor. I don't know. Maybe I should, man. Maybe I really should. But then, like, I feel like I could only play like a James Bond villain. I would get typecasted. Hmm. Been to Durango. It's slightly colder than Mexico City in the winter. Probably the cheapest and without any tourists. You get a 3 bedroom for 300 a month. Probably safest city in the country. Um, Thank you so much, Ellie. I appreciate you. I know right now we're all struggling. Recession is hitting. So any donation, I appreciate so much. Double gun salute to you. Thank you, Ellie. You rock. So yeah, I haven't been to Durango. I do know it's a very conservative, like cowboy type of a city, which is not really something that appeals to me. Mm, I don't know. I hope this doesn't come bite me in the ass. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm not sure if I could be with a woman from Mexico. I don't really align myself with like how they see things. I spent 2 years now here, so I'm pretty aware of how they think. And they're just so behind, man. I'm not gonna lie, they're 30 years behind in terms of mindset. There's a lot of inequality, and both genders play into Mexico. Like women are also just like expecting you to take care of them and like you to basically pay for everything. And I'm just not with that. I'm a first world person, so that's why I'm so happy. The girl that I'm dating right now, that I'm really into, is from Guatemala, and she also spent some time living in the U.S. So she has a really, she has a great perspective. She's very modern. She's very evolved. Very very well, extremely educated. Um, so yeah, that's where all my focus and energy is aimed at right now. Rocket Man, I appreciate you. Damn, dog, I appreciate you. Thank you. 100 pesos goes a long way. That'll get me a caldo de gallina. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Keep the questions coming, guys. What up, Maria? A James Bond villain would be dope. I agree. Yeah, their mindset is just more like, honestly, the way it was in Europe in 1980. Um, LE, you guys rock. Damn, this is shaping up to be an amazing live. Sometimes I'm worried when I'm like, because I can't lie. So when you ask me like, why don't you want to be a nutritionist? I'm gonna keep it real because I think it's beneath me. Like I don't think I would be you know putting my talents to good use just doing that. I think, and I worry a little bit. Not worry that I'm aware that it might come across as douchey or whatever. Um, and it's interesting because yesterday there was a guy on my live talking about he had like crazy stuff going on in his face. He was like considered a freak, his own words. And he was like, people don't like to see me having fun. And when they see me having fun and having a good day, they want to tear me down. And I feel like even me as well with my facial defect, like I don't get to be self assured, or I don't get to be cocky, or I don't get to be, you know what I mean? It's like people are like, oh, I'm so sorry for your situation. But then when they see you like that you're good and that you're like that you love yourself and that you have confidence. They're like, hold on now, relax, relax. So I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Kai, do you want children? I definitely want children. As a matter of fact, I want to start building a family in the next 5 years. Yup. Ideally, even four. Like, I'm so ready for children. Like, I know women always talk about like they feel they're like maternal clock and all that stuff, and but it's a real thing for guys too. I never used to care for children, and like now, since like the last past 2 years, whenever I see little kids, I just melt. I just want to hug them and take care of them and like play with them. I always smile at all the kids, not because I like think I have to do that, because I'm drawn to kids. They're just so sweet and innocent, and I want to take care of them. And I feel that. I feel that inside of me that that's something that has developed. Like, and I also feel like my life is going to be empty. I'm also doing it for selfish reasons. I feel like if I don't, you know, like I think that's just like the way you change the world is by crafting a human being the right way. So you're adding to the amount of good people, if that makes sense. Do you mean women in Mexico want to be taken care of in exchange for being the cook and raising of kids? Yeah, I mean, sure, yeah. Like, so then, like Mexican women, they will like take care of the kids and cook and clean. Like, yeah, sure. But I'm like, I don't. I love cooking. I don't want it to be so traditional. I love cooking for my girl. I cooked for that girl last night. I love that stuff. I love doing laundry. I actually do enjoy doing laundry. Anybody else gets a kick out of doing laundry and then like your whole room smells fresh because like the clothes and the sheets, and then going to bed and like a freshly washed, like I get a kick out of that, you know. So yeah, once again, shout out to Ellie and Rocket Man for the super generous donations. You guys are the absolute best. Now, if you can't make a donation, guys, you can hit the thumb, and that also is absolutely appreciated. Yeah, Mariah, she's from Guatemala. Is your Spanish fluent? Yes, sir. Sí, podemos hablar español si quieres. Ya vivo acá 2 años, entonces creo que es muy importante que pueda hablar español y que pueda conectar con la gente de aquí. En mi opinión, cuando quieres vivir en un lugar es muy importante que puedes adaptarte y que puedes hablar el idioma del país. Es un problema enorme que tenemos ahora en Europa, que la gente quiere vivir en países como Bélgica, pero no quieren aprender holandés, ni francés, ni nada. I'm just saying, like, I don't like people that move somewhere and don't speak the language. Like, that to me is disrespectful. I get triggered by gringos who, like, move here. Gringos in Mexico, and specifically American people. And then they're just, like, talking in English. And because Mexican people are so incredibly kind and they're just so willing, they want to please, and then they're like adapting, and I'm like, fuck that, like learn some goddamn Spanish. Insanely big responsibility to have a family. Yeah, true, but you know what I always say? Like, look at all the idiots who are successfully raising children. It can't be that hard. Like, I make the same comparison with like driving a car. It's like people get super into their own head about how to drive a car and how to get your driver's license, and it's like, look at all the absolute dumbasses that are whipping automobiles. You can do it too. I'm not downplaying. Like, I know it's hard to be a parent and it takes a lot of work, but like it's kind of literally what we're designed to do. Like I think I can figure it out. I'm confident. Um, I feel similarly when it comes to kids, though that's more so a consequence of living by treating others how I would wish to be treated to the best of my ability. You never know. Uh huh. I agree. A lot of my family members got artificial insemination. Okay. One of the most rich women in my family got it. She has a house of 1 million and earn a lot of money. Yeah, good. I mean, it's good that we have technology to help us out. That's great. I'm pretty sure I'm still fertile. I'm healthy. I just feel it in my bones. But if I'm not, in case I'm not, I have like my stem cells frozen somewhere in a fridge in Belgium in a hospital. They do that before they start your chemo. They make you like jerk off into like a little tube, and then they put so that like if the chemo fucks up your fertility, you can still have kids. Um, I do have PayPal. If you want to make donations to my PayPal, guys, this is my PayPal ID. Because as you know, YouTube does take a percentage of the super chat donations, but I'm not tripping on that. But of course, it's always better if you want to send money to my PayPal. That like, but I try to keep it simple. So there you go, buddy. lorenz.dries at gmail.com. Make sure that you put sending to family and friends. Otherwise, they're gonna tax you. My girl is just texting me some sweet stuff. I'm so into this girl, guys. You have no idea. She's like, I can't wait. All right, let me be. We're 30 minutes in. Let's get to the shit. Fuck, like, this is like for the real ones. This is for the Legion of 500. You deserve the behind the scenes content. This girl, when you guys finally get to see her on video, you're gonna be like, what the hell? Like, how did you do that? I'm dying to bring her on, but at the same time, I want to take my time with it. I don't want to rush it. It's still super early, you know. Um, yeah, I just think it's better to like take that slow, not just throw her on the channel. And like, I think it's important that me and her first develop a good rapport and like really know each other before we go, on the internet. But I would be lying if I said that I don't, that I'm not excited to share her with you. That sounds kind of weird. Bro, AB Jack, you are so generous, man. He just sent me an incredible donation on PayPal of $23. Bro, that goes such a long way. You have no idea, man. Like, shout out AB Jack because he sent it on PayPal. It's not showing up in here. He's not getting the bells and whistles that YouTube does. But mad shout out to you. I really appreciate you, man. I know you've been a long, long, long time watcher. I don't like follower. Sounds like whatever. I appreciate you, dog. I really, really do. Like, honestly, like that's gonna be you donating. That is gonna be the reason for me to get after tomorrow again and make more content. Keep the questions coming, guys. We're rolling. This is a good video. No problem. That is for your advice, always helping me, and now I have the means to give back. Hell yeah, I appreciate you, man. How old are you, and what country are you from originally? So I'm 36. I'll be 37 in like 10 days. May 6th is my birthday. Taurus gang. My girl's birthday is in like 5 days for both Tauruses, which makes it easy. I feel like people always say opposites. I say opposites attract, but they don't last. Um, and I'm from Belgium. Soy belga, de Belgica. De Belgica way. As a dude in his 20s, I feel like having kids ain't my thing due to the idea of bringing someone new to the world who never asked. All right, bro. Like, you're in your 20s. That's all I'm saying. Not talking down. Don't want to be, like, but everything you think you know and like everything you think you've established, like all of that is going to drastically change in the next 10 years. I promise you that. All the things that you think are important now is like, and to be super real and not to come at you, I'm not coming at you, but I never understand. I feel like the current younger generation, they have such There's so much existential dread that they carry. I hear this so often, like, I don't want to bring nobody into this world. It's like, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. Like, guess what? If you're not gonna bring some, like, the fact that you're conscious and smart enough to think about the impact that your child is gonna have on the world, right? That already automatically implies that you have a brain, that you think. So by design, you deciding not to bring a child into the world, you're actually messing up the world more, because now you're just basically, you're only dumb people are gonna make dumb babies. Does that make sense? Like, it's actually your plight to add minions to the good side. That's what I feel, man. And again, like, life is not that serious. Like, it's hard. I get it. But in the end, they're all gonna die. And then what? Ain't that deep. It's just not that deep. I don't mind adopting. I mean, that's incredible. You ride motorcycles? No, sir. No, I'm not a motorcycle guy. Um, I honestly feel like it would be irresponsible for me to even do that, given the fact, given the surgeries I've had, given the things I've been through. I just don't think that would be fair to my surgeons, to my family, to my doctors. Yeah, I don't. I truly think that would be like dumb of me to do. It's objectively a dangerous thing to do. The main thing that bothers me about motorcycles is that it doesn't matter how good you are at riding them. All it takes is one imbecile in traffic to be on his goddamn phone. Oh, by the way, you know what I hate the most in Mexico is like how people drive here. They're so irresponsible. They don't give a damn, and they're all on their phones. And in Belgium, if you're on your phone in traffic, you get like a crazy fine. Here, everybody is on their phone while driving, just like sending voice notes and stuff, and it just triggers me so much. That's the thing I hate the most about this society in Mexico. Like, they just don't respect. They have no regard for human life. They're not responsible in traffic. They don't give a damn, and they'll kill you. They'll kill you. Like, they're just really stupid, dumb drivers, and they don't give a damn. Like, and I don't respect that. On the contrary, I judge the hell out of that, because it's like, you're whipping a metal tank. Like, understand that. Like, don't be so goddamn stupid. You know. Another thing they do when you're crossing, like as a pedestrian, they won't, like, they'll brake on the very last minute. They actively try to scare you. Yes, that's the thing. They try to like punish you for crossing the street as a pedestrian. So they act like they're gonna hit you, and then like last minute they stop every time. It's by far what I hate the most about this country. And I've gotten into many, like, I will yell at them, tell them fuck you. I'll even kick their car. That enrages me. That triggers me like crazy. Um, how do you think society in general will change in the next 50 or 30 years? I think we're going to look back on giving children and teenagers unlimited internet access the way we look back on like smoking cigarettes inside in bars and restaurants and airplanes. Like, that used to be a thing, and now we're like, I can't believe people used to smoke cigarettes inside. So, like, I think there's going to be a much more. By the way, guys, let's get some thumbs. There's so many people in here who have not hit the thumb. Like, I get it. You can't all donate money. Hit the goddamn thumb. Like, it's the least. Don't be so lazy. Don't be lazy. And be appreciative. Thank you, guys. Shout out to the 4 people who immediately hit the thumb. You rock. That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate you. I really appreciate that. Um, yeah, so society, I think there's going to be, I think, smartphone usage and internet usage in general is going to be way more like curated and controlled. I also think that, I mean, honestly, like, demographically, I think there's going to be a big power shift. The U.S. is going down, and I don't mean to be a doomer, but I think the U.S. has already peaked, kind of like the Roman Empire, and I think that China is going up. I think all of these other continents and superpowers in the world are going up. I hope Europe is still going to be kind of okay, but Europe is also dealing with a big mass immigration issue. Like Europe has been way too left. We need to now we're going all the way to the right, which makes sense because you can't just have a bunch of people move into your country and not learn the language and take advantage of the social security system and like not become not adopt the local culture. Like that's a big mistake that we made. Um, so yeah, hopefully Europe will have bounced back by then. Let's see. I do think Europe will still be okay. Um, I don't think I'm being very blunt here. I get it, but why? Like I'm a small independent YouTube creator. Like why would I be fake? I don't think like Latin America is really ever going to come up like that. I think there's too much inherent corruption. There's too much inherent like self-destructive tendencies that they have in their culture. Like I don't think like South America is going to be taken over anytime soon, nor Latin America as a whole. Um, same thing with Africa. It'll be interesting for me to see how people that are into Islam, how they will like evolve into that. Because like I feel like Islam is like Christianity, but just like 30 years behind. Like we were all into like the church and obeying the church, and like we were not giving gay rights and stuff, and we were like all indoctrinated. And then Western society, most of us, not all, kind of collectively realized like, hey, this is kind of weird. Like, why are we judging people based on their sexual orientation? Why are we oppressing women? Like, let's all bring it together, and then I think we all took a big step back from like taking the church and stuff too serious. And I'm kind of expecting like I feel like people that are really into Islam and stuff, they're where we are like 30 years ago. Like they're still doing that whole thing where they're taking it too serious and they're making women cover up, which is wild to me. And so I think they'll also like I think the young people will also evolve and grow out of that mindset and be like, what are we doing? Yeah, that's what I think. Honestly, those are the main things that I expect to happen, and it's all going to balance each other out. It's all gonna it always balances itself out. So I'm like relatively optimistic about the future. And oh yeah, AI is going to be running. Everything's going to be AI. That's just the way it's going to be. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know. Let me catch up. Boom, boom, boom. Great to see all your content getting more views and interactions. Glad you didn't give up. Santan, bro, man, I've been grinding. I've been grinding it out. I've been like on my grind with like honestly, man, no one deserves more to go viral than me and like blow up. I said it because I never stopped. Like I've been putting in the work for like 9 years now on YouTube, like getting no views, not allowing the views to dictate my self worth, not allowing the views to dictate how I feel about my content and how I feel about the quality of what I bring. I never did it for the views. I never did it for the money because if I did, I would have given up 5 years ago. Because Lord knows I used to get no views. So the fact that now I'm getting like real traction, real motion, real views, honestly, it's just a testament to my hard work. The turtle will always win the race. Stay down until you come up. Don't give up. And this is just a start. The channel's only going to get bigger because I'm just not going to stop. I don't think I'm the best YouTuber. I don't think I'm the greatest thinker. I don't think I'm the best editor. Like, but my superpower is that I'm relentless and I'm not going to stop. Consistency will always, consistency and hard work will always beat flashiness and talent. I truly believe that. When you have the chat open, you no longer see the thumbs up button that is out from YouTube. Yes, bro, yes. You're so right. I know it's crazy. It's ridiculous. That's the realest comment I've read. Um, yeah, you do mess it drops the ball. Guys, that being said, if you like the content, hit the thumb up. If you want to send over a coffee, if you have $1 to spare, hit the dollar sign below the chat box and hit me up. Send it over with a super chat. It goes a long ass way. Only if you have it though. I'm not trying to make anybody spend money that they don't have. Um, what is your best advice uh, for a heartbreak? My heart feels so heavy right now. How do you stop loving someone? You're asking someone who spent 6 months mourning his last relationship. I'm afraid to tell you that only time can heal that. And what I like to do is I like to channel that dark energy, that pain into like the reason I'm so jacked right now, like is because I took all that pain and misery and I put it into my gym workouts, and that's why I look the way I do. So energy is energy. There's no such thing as bad or good energy. That's like saying the water is good or bad, or the fire is good or bad. You have to learn to whip that energy, take it and make ride that energy, ride the wave, make it work for you. So right now you are experiencing pain and you're experiencing potential depression and suffering. You can use that. Use that as fuel to better yourself. And honestly, you're not gonna get fully over it until you fall in love again. That's like the silent part that nobody wants to say out loud, but it's kind of true. It's kind of true. Oh my God! I just received an insane donation. My boy Santan, I couldn't know, bro. You were there in the goddamn dungeon with me. You were with me in the dirt. Like, bro, you were with me when I was living in that shitty Barcelona apartment, going to war with Dan Mace. Bro, I love you, man. I appreciate you. That's 20 pounds is crazy. That's insane. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. After 3 months from the breakup, do I still stand a chance to get my ex back? I miss her tons. Why do you want her back? Just because you miss her? I don't think that's a good enough reason. And if she has not reached out to you, I would advise you to move on, man, or at least try. I don't think she's coming back. 3 months is a long ass time. Santan, bro, you made my day. I'm in awe, man. I'm at a loss for words. Let's make him viral, Mr. Foosball. I'm with it. I'm with it. I appreciate you. It's odd you don't get more reviews. I feel the same, and I say that as humbly as I possibly can. I feel the same way. I feel like I should be getting more reviews, but again, I have a theory that people don't like looking at things that are like broken or like ugly. I think that's sometimes a thing. People like when you're trying to like. There's a reason why in movies and stuff and entertainment in general, it's always good looking people because people like to wind down and relax. Like I feel when they see my face, my beak, if you will, they're like reminded of the harsh reality of life. And so I think a lot of people on YouTube are looking for the opposite, just some nice entertainment. So I don't know. That could be it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe my I don't know. I don't know. But I've been getting a lot more traction in the last year. I've been getting a lot of new subscribers, and I feel like I'm on par. I see it growing. I see the curve of the channel going like this. I see my life going like this. This is not going well. This is bad. But hey, man, can't complain if you're in the game. And right now, I'm in the goddamn playoffs. Santan, I remember you going live every day around COVID time with like 5 viewers. Well done, man. Honestly, bro, I used to have 5 viewers. Thank you for saying that. Like, I feel dumb hyping myself up talking about my past, but that's real. I used to have 5 viewers, and I still went ahead and did it. That scar was due to tooth absence. No, cancer basically. You against men going their own way. That's funny, Santan. Bro, I used to make these videos. Like, if you guys know, all right, so there's this thing called NGTOW, and it means men going their own way. And it's basically a community of men that has collectively decided that women are the root of all evil. And so I just made a few videos having fun, like clowning them and like basically, trying to like convert them. And yeah, there was this guy, what's his name? LFA. There was this content creator called LFA who like it was weird because he would basically say that he was a comedian and that his content was like comedy content, but then he would sell it as real, and his audience was not in on the joke. They thought it was real. I was like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you can't do that. You can't just like say wild stuff about women. And he was on that like he was like the Diet Coke version of Andrew Tate. And then all the dudes are like cheer him on, like, yeah, preach. And then he would tell me that he's a comedian. I'm like, bro, no one thinks you're a comedian, so then you're not a comedian. Perception is reality. I think most MGTOW dudes are incels in denial or they've been hurt very bad. Yeah, I think it's just human nature to want to like blame somebody, put the blame on like, someone else. I think it's hard to take accountability. I thought it was a tooth infection that developed the cancer. Oh, bro, actually, sorry, not that. No, you're right. So it was a cyst that over time turned into a megacyst, and then that turned into um, a tumor. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What can an infection turn into cancer? Basically, just a long ass infection that is not attended to. That's what turns it into cancer. All right, guys, so let's get some more like really good questions going. Hit me with it. We're about 54 minutes in, getting to the limit. I just want to say thank you again to Santan for his incredibly generous donation. I really appreciate you, man. Like, you have no idea. I'm not just saying that. That was a long way, man. That changes my day of the reality. Um, that'll allow me to take out my girl. I haven't taken her out because I'm like trying to save money, you know. Thank you, Eli, ZMA, for the donations. Thank you, Rocket Man. You guys are awesome. I have the best subs in the world. And we're going to take this channel to the top. I promise you that. I promise you. If it's the last thing I do. Also, guys, if you are looking to work with me, you can always send me an email at lorenz.dries at gmail.com. I just posted it in the chat. Hit me up if you're trying to get in on my mentorship services. We can make it happen. We can make magic happen. Okay. Anything else, guys? Right now is the time. What is your favorite video game franchise to consume comics, novels? I love Star Wars. I'm a big Star Wars guy because I always say Star Wars is not fiction, I was just talking to Naraya Therese about channeling her pain and stuff to get ahead in life. Like that's the whole thing about Star Wars and the Sith. Like they channel their emotions and pain to get ahead. I channeled my anger, my revenge, my you know, I was so angry at life or dealing with these cards, but I channeled that into this, into the channel, into my physique, into this life I built. And that's why I think I deserve it all. Because I was just like, I'm gonna use this pain to let it fuel me. Do any of the OG viewers still come on? Yeah, there's a couple. There's a couple, Santan. There's like a solid 10 people, I would say, that still come on every now and then. Um, but yeah, YouTube is funny, man. YouTube is like, it goes, it also changes with the content, I guess. Um, it attracts different people. Like, you would be surprised. Like, I have like close to 60,000 subs now, but you'd be surprised, like, so many of the people that are subscribed to my content never really see it when I post a video. Like, the YouTube algorithm is not good, to put it lightly. That's dope, Alexander. I love that. Hell yeah. What's next after Mexico? Bro, right now, there's no place like. Okay, so I'm going to be full transparency here. Like, I don't. One, building my new life here, like the first 6 months was hard as hell. I didn't have good friends. I had people to hang out with, but it was more like due to a lack of options. You know, now I have like I hang out with the people that I really want to hang out with. Um, I say all that to say, doing a move like that, it takes so much out of you. It takes so much energy and time, so much loneliness. Um, so like, I'll be 37. I don't have three more big moves left in me, and so I think I've got 2 years left in Mexico City. The way I'm feeling today, I'm feeling right now. I think I got 2 years left, and then mm, I don't know. After that, I think it's going to be Europe. I think it's going to be Belgium, honestly, because all my family's there. My parents are there. They're getting old, so I want to like make sure I spend time with them. I'm closer to them. Stuff like that. That was a great question. Guys, if you haven't hit the thumb yet, please hit the thumb. It goes a long way. Let's get to 30. We got one more to go until 30. One person can do that. We hit 30. I'm so happy. And then on that note, I think, thank you, whoever did that. You rock. I appreciate you. Um, I think on that note, there you go. The camera just gave out. So we're done. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. It was meant to end this way. I appreciate you guys, and I'll be back real soon. One final shout out to all the people that donated. Santan, I see you. I love you all. Peace.